Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Tuesday night chiropractic principal broadcast. We got just coming off an amazing DE. And if you weren't at DE this last time, you missed maybe what a lot of people are saying the best DE ever, but at least one of the best DEs in a long, long time. The crowd was amazing. And what happened was people stayed in the room the whole time. I've been going to DE since 2008. I've never seen the Sunday morning so packed. It was full. And on Saturday afternoon, that people could go to the beach. Friday afternoon, they could go to the beach. The place was packed. It was awesome. And I have to tell you, our speaker tonight is Casey Berry. And Casey always says that I brought the most people to DE lately. Casey kicked my butt. He brought 3 amazing new people to DE, and honestly, there was lives saved. And I don't know with what he's going to talk about, but Casey was critical in saving lives this weekend and did a wonderful job. So before we go on to Casey's talk, let's talk about DE. The next DE is April 13th through the 16th. And it was supposed to be tonight was the end of the Super Saver. The Super Saver being that you could sign up before tonight or tonight and you would save $105. The normal fee is $450. And if you do the Super Saver for the next DE, it'll be $345. But they have extended it because they're doing some special things. For the next DE, I guess Araceli's setting some things up to have one. We're going to have kids DE, which usually we don't have at Sarasota. Number 2, we're going to have, there it is on the screen. We're going to have an innate gathering to where for partners, spouses can get together. And then also we're going to have a CA cocktail hour. So looks like it's going to be some amazing DE. So sign up. They're extending the early registration to February 1st. So you really ought to just go ahead and do it now before you get your computer or your phone. But you do have till February 1st to sign up to get that Super Saver special. Hey, DE lost one of the greatest in Tim Langley a few years ago. Today is Tim Langley's birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to Tim Langley. But most of you who've been around DE for a while know about the Tim Langley plan. Some of you don't. If you're not on the Tim Langley plan, today would be the awesome day to sign up in his honor and give him a birthday present by signing up yourself for DE. Basically what it is $1,200. You get everything DE has to offer for the year. If you don't want to do $1,200 up front, you can do, I think it's $109 and $109 a month. And it will save you a lot of money. It'll commit you. You're all in. You burn the ships. You're going to go to the DE. If you can't make it to a DE, you get all the live streams, and you can go back and watch those over and over again. So, hey, there's a massive shift this weekend, a massive momentum at DE this weekend, and past couple of years has been growing. We're growing, and life is good. So get on board. If you don't know, if you don't know about DE, call a friend, bring a friend, because I'm telling you, it was amazing. And what Tim Lang would always say at the end of all of our breaths: talk to you tomorrow and bring a friend. So enough for my commercials. But let's get on with, from Kansas City, my man, Casey Berry. Love you, buddy.
Thanks, Andy. I love you. That whole thing you said about DE bringing so many people and saving so many lives. I think the thing that I can say about me bringing those guys was it's DE. That's why I brought them. That's why I kept talking to them. And man, everybody that was there heard Kevin's story, but I think the one thing we overshadowed is how important Andy was in the situation. I think that's where the life began to be saved. And, with one thing I learned from DE over the last 5 years is we can't give up. We can't give up on ourselves. We can't give up on each other. And then we can't give up on our patients either. I've been talking to them since I first came, and I kept talking to Andy about it, Harding about it. How do we get him here? How do we get him there? And he's just said, you just got to keep talking to him, and keep loving on him. And, those are two of my best friends from school. And we live like 30 minutes apart. And they've been through a lot of stuff with me too. But so I think this whole weekend, bringing Andy and Kevin and Melissa was just DE. In what it taught me is to give, love, serve, and do. And I could have been selfish, kept it to myself. But I couldn't do that. From the first time on, I just had to talk about it because this place is so amazing. And the one thing that happened to me this weekend, as many times as I've been over the last 5 years, I think I missed 3, was from the very beginning, the first one I came to, we kept being told to come. You got to come back. You can't have a jacuzzi moment. You got to keep coming and shedding the husk and changing the things that we need to change. And, every DE has hit me a little bit, but I think on Friday morning, I don't know, it was sometime before lunch. I don't remember who was speaking at the time, but something they said, I think it might have been Paul Rosas, just something that came out of his mouth. I just felt this huge explosion in my heart of serving, and that I am absolutely blessed to be a part of this family. I mean, that's all I can call DE, as a family, and be a part of this family and be a chiropractor so that we can all serve and help people just live better lives. And whether that's the patients we see or the chiropractors we bring, or just each one of us that's been there for a long time, we just got to reach out and help each other. And I think that's the one thing that I saw this weekend. I went upstairs to pray to stars to plug in my phone and do something real quick. And all of a sudden, Jill Cherry's texting me that Kevin's on stage, and I got a video of that. And I was showing my wife, and all I could do was cry. Not because of the pain Kevin's going through, but that 5 years ago I felt alone. And I think I saw for the first time what it was like to go from being alone to having a huge family. And that's what DE is. For those of you that are new, just keep coming. You're going to see that. Keep calling the people you got in touch with, and just take care of each other. Because if we don't take care of each other, our practices aren't going to be as great as they should be, and chiropractic's not going to be as great as it's meant to be. With all these messages this weekend, it was pretty cool. I joined a men's group back in the fall, and I am the youngest there. And they called me out on it today. I think every man there could either be my dad or my grandfather. So we were talking about Jesus today, and it was the beginning of the deal and the whole study. And one of the things that was up on our board when we walked in was hope needs a spiritual plan. And without that plan, it's just a wish. And through my hard times, through Kevin's hard times, through Andy, through Melissa, through anybody that was there that didn't get up there and tell us, and to everybody there, because we all go through things. But unless we have that spiritual plan and we put our plan in his hands, like DE has taught me, God, family, chiropractic, we are not going to get to that plan. We could just hope and wish. And unless we prepare our mind and put that foundation there that needs to be there, and put our priorities in line and get God involved, then it's going to be hard for us to serve. And because we're going to start getting worn out, we're going to serve for us. We're going to serve for that master called money, instead of serving for the people that walk in the door, and also for the community of the people that we can touch just by touching the people we see. Whether you're seeing 1 a day, 100 a day, or 250 a day, just remember, every time you touch somebody, you're affecting at least 10 people. And that's what we got to remember when we have broken moments and down moments, is that we just have to really have that spiritual plan. And if you struggle, reach out. I had a pretty rough morning yesterday, first day back, and just a bunch of stuff happened at my house, and I got overly anxious, and I was frustrated because I got up late, and I reached out. I reached out to a lot of people that I trust here, and my day turned like immediately before I saw anybody come in my door. My day was better, and I had rocked out the day, first day back from DE. But that's just the one thing that I want everybody to know is that we just have to put everything into perspective and know that if we lead with God, our families are going to be good, and then our practices are going to be good. We can't go out of order, or it's not going to be good. I wrote one of the things we talked about today in my men's group was pick a word and think about that word, and then research that word over the year for through the Bible and see how it means. I picked the one thing that we all talk about. It's in the lasting purpose. It's serve. We don't treat, we don't do anything, and we serve. And if we can wake up with that mindset every day, no matter how hard things are at home, how hard the financial struggles are right now, no matter how big the demons are within, if we just can serve our way through it with a plan, with God, then we can do it. So I looked up in 1 Peter 4:10, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. What better gift are we given? I just saw, I don't even know how many people were DE this weekend, but 1 Peter 4:10 states that we were given a gift and we need to pass that on. And that's what we do every single day. That's what happened this weekend. I fell in love with DE because of what happened this weekend. I saw a brother of mine in pain, and I saw people walk up to him. Judson walked up to him, Andy. There was so much love that I've never felt at DE. And I just got to sit back and watch it. And it was probably the most profound thing I've ever seen in my entire life. As people that are strangers to each other, and then the new ones that came, and they got to see it to the point where, Kevin and Andy, you don't have any words. Like, I think everybody can attest here. If you tried to explain DE to somebody, you would have no idea what that was. But I'm more proud to be a part of DE after what I saw this weekend than I ever was. And I've been proud of being a part of the Dynamic Essential since January of 18. And I think Andy Harding saved Kevin and Andy's lives this weekend, because if he hadn't stayed on me, I wouldn't have been there, and they might not have come. And so and then if somebody hadn't stayed on Andy, I wouldn't have got, it's just a snowball effect. And, wherever Dr. Sid is in this whole situation, he started it. And, I sent Judson a text message the other day that there's a lot of us there that we don't know. A lot of us don't know Dr. Sid. We can't fathom the man. We can hear videos. We can do this, but I don't know if Steve's on this message on this tonight, or somebody, he's already read the text. But the one thing I told him was, all of us that don't know Dr. Sid, Steve is our Dr. Sid. And he just has to keep leading, and we will all follow. And he's got some big ass broad shoulders. But you know what? Leaders can't do it all by themselves. They need all of us to pull our weight and help. And I know with every single person that's in there, that's what we're going to do. We're pulling our weight and helping. But sometimes you got to have your leader let him know that you're willing to help. So whether you're there for the first time, 5 years in, and you've been going there since the 80s, we all got to pull our weight and help each other. So if we do that, DE is going to be awesome. But every chiropractic clinic of every person that was at DE and that comes to DE is going to be amazing. And then we will be the number one medical profession in the country. People will be coming to us, and we will take this over. I had a kid chiropractor I know. He told me one time after DE, he came by the office, and mind you, seeing 50 a day when I was seeing 50 was the most I'd ever seen. So that shit was awesome. So he told me I was a sellout. And I looked at him and I said, "You're goddamn right. I sell at every seat in the house." And I said, "Have a good day." And I just kept seeing people that day, and the day just kept churning. And you know what? We're not sellouts because we're doing exactly what we were meant to do and have to do. And even with that being said, we're going to have hard times. But some of the things that hit me this weekend was Dan, too, change perspective. Everything that happens is a blessing from God. And everything that's happened to me over the last year or so, I was like, damn, this sucks. But with my daughter and with just a lot of things, but, Macy's back home has been, she's been coming home for a few months, but then now she's here full time. And the one thing that I thought of the other day when I found out that she was going to be here permanently at home was, instead of going, oh, damn, I thought, this is just a blessing, because this is what she needs. This is what I need. And this is where God has us set. And if we can look at things like that in our life that are brutal and tough and just change the perspective, just tweak the perspective, all of a sudden, whatever is holding you back is going to drive you forward. And that's what we got to remember, because, love does trump hate. Love trumps fear. So just love through it. Serve through it, give through it, do through it. I mean, you don't have to give money, just give time, give a hug, do something. Of all the things in my life I've done, this past weekend, getting those 3 people there to DE was the greatest thing I think I've ever done for people. And I've been a selfish ass, in my life with all the things I've tried to accomplish. And, I don't know, but giving to get those 3 there, and to get Kevin the love that he needs, the Andy the love he needs, and to make those 2 understand that their lives are important and amazing, and we need them, not just in chiropractic, but as a friend, as a brother, and just as a human being. I think DE is the most amazing thing to do that for people, because you have a lot of doctors up there that make a lot of money, and they could be looking down upon people and just speaking from the stage. I've been at conferences like that, and this isn't it. I mean, we had everyone standing up, cheering. We had people on stage saying prayers. We were hugging each other, and that is what it's about. And that's what humanity needs to be about. And that's our job. No one else is going to do it. The government's not going to do it. Social media sure as hell isn't going to do it. So it's up to us, because we're the only medical field that actually gives a shit about how people feel and in their soul. So when we remove that interference, when they come into our office, that's where it starts. As soon as they walk in and see a smiling face, we start healing them. And we just have to keep loving them, keep adjusting them, and keep reminding them how important it is. And so I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've been rambling, but I just think that everyone on here is some of the most amazing people that's ever walked the face of this earth. And I am blessed to know every single person that I know when I come to these conferences, and to get a hug from everybody. I look forward to it every 3 or 4 months. And I can't imagine. Maybe I'm 90, like Dee Dee, Umber, and still coming there. I hope I am. But just remember one thing: success leaves clues. Success is synonymous with happiness. So if you're having a bad morning, reach out, change your perspective, get somebody to tell you they love you, talk to somebody, just get a new perspective and get happy, because happiness starts from within. But sometimes we need that catalyst, which is each other, because the people that walk in your door, they deserve it. You deserve it. Your family deserves it. So get out of the funk, the crazy anger stage, and just realize, just be happy, because you are there helping people do something that they don't even know that they can do. And because people feed off of our energy, I'm stealing some of this. I was Eddie Martinez, but these are the things that kind of hit me. And you need to work willingly at whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than for the people. That's Colossians 3:23. That's us. That's DE. If you didn't know that after this weekend, I don't know if you were paying attention, because that is all we talked about. Talked about love, give, serve, do. But all I saw this weekend was love. And I don't know. I just came back with more vigor and like lighter with everything going on in my life, because I knew that all I had to do was love every aspect of my life, whether it's tough or not, especially the tough, uncomfortable times, because that's where we're going to grow. That's where we're going to get better. So anybody that's going through a hard time right now, just smile, grit your teeth, serve through it. And by God, you're going to get to the other side, and you're going to see the gifts that you were given by going through the darkness, because like was the constant beat into this all weekend, you don't grow in comfort. Well, that's a fact. I mean, during my first time to DE to now, there's been some rough days, weeks, months, and a whole year that was tough, heart-wrenching. And I served through it, and my practice grew because I tweaked my perspective. So I don't know what else I can say other than, if you've got people, don't give up on them. Even if they're a mixer, if they're just wanting to quit, don't give up. I was going to quit, and I'm sitting here on the DE Tuesday night call. I am happy because I brought 3 people, not to brag, not to hold like I got 3, but I helped 3 people change their lives. And that's my job every day, is to help people change their lives. So if Kevin and Andy on here, I love you guys. I always have. Melissa, I love you too. And I just, everybody that said I love you on here, I love you guys too. And it is an honor beyond belief to be a part of this DE group, and an honor to be a chiropractor, but it's a bigger honor just to serve with each and every one of you, even though we're all the way across the states, but we are changing this country one adjustment at a time. And so I just think that's it, guys. I love and appreciate all of you. You're amazing. Go out and rock tomorrow. And just remember, live that lasting purpose, whether you're at home or in the office, or if you're walking into a convenience store to pay for something. Just love everyone and do everything to serve. Love you guys.
All right, my brother. Awesome.
Thank you.
I think everybody could feel your heart right through the TV or the phone, whatever. You said a couple things I want to make sure that you re-emphasize. Hey, peeps, if you or you know somebody that's struggling, reach out to them, love on them. The world's a very stressful world right now, and we don't want to go through this alone. So reach out to somebody. If you are struggling, reach out. Get on Facebook, message, call, whatever. Just don't go it alone. And what I really didn't understand what you're saying. Somebody was saying you're a sellout. If you're a sellout, you're selling out to serve as many people as you possibly can. If that's what selling out is, hell yeah, right?
Yep,
I mean,
that's what they were saying. You're selling out because you won't use therapies. I'll sell out then.
Sell out and not use therapies just to serve more people. Wow, that's a all right, whatever, just keep loving them and bring them to DE so they'll get it. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of sell, I want to sell it one more time. Today is Tim Langley's birthday. Go out and sign up on the Tim Langley plan in his honor. That he was a great man, and he would say, bring a friend. So everybody think about who you know in chiropractic that really maybe messed up, and bring them. We had 2 people from France and another guy from Peru. They were coming from all over the world, not just all over the country. And it was palpable. Love was palpable. God was palpable in the place. And I'm sure the next one's going to be even more amazing. So love and appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Casey. What are you gonna
I
say?
don't think there's any help for Jeff Arnell.
Yeah, God can break that guy down too. So, All right, everybody. Have a great night. Casey, thanks for being here. And thanks for showing up, brother. Love
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you. Love you guys. Oh, I'll get out of here.